I'm on the back of a green arrow after a differential haul from Cherki. This game week my team's shaping up very well, but there is room for improvement. I might make a free transfer. Starting with the goalkeeper position, I can finally start Verbruggen again against West Ham away. It wasn't too bad last game week starting Dubravka though. He kept a clean sheet against Everton, so I called that right. And I might see another clean sheet this game week because that's not too bad of a fixture. All three of my starting defenders have got the home advantage. Van Dijk against Leeds, I'm not too sure about that one. At the start of the season, I'd be all over that Liverpool defence against Leeds at Anfield. But right now, I'm not too sure. Van Dijk's been quite dodgy, but I do think there is some upside there. Saliba plays for the best defence in the league. I said that every game week, so you're probably sick of hearing it. That is a massive match against Villa. But again, it doesn't weaken Arsenal's defence. They're absolutely solid. And Lacroix against Fulham is decent, but he might be sitting on the bench with a better player coming in after my transfer. Spurs have got great fixtures coming up, but I wouldn't pay 4.8 mil for Vicario because I don't think their defence is too good. I would go a little bit cheaper and either go for Kelleher from Brentford or Verbruggen like me. He's 4.4 mil and Kelleher's 4.5 mil. I think they're both really good options. In defence, it's a little bit less about the points per million and more about that point ceiling, which is slightly higher. And Gabriel's back on the menu. He's now the best defender in the game again, not Timber. Timber was the best whilst Gabriel was out, but now Gabriel's the best option. If you don't have that kind of money, Newcastle defence has been solid this season and they've got very good fixtures. I'd go for Hall at 5.2 mil and he's someone that I'm strongly considering. I'm about to discuss the player that I'm considering selling for him, so just take note of Fulham right at the bottom of the picture from a defensive perspective. And covering the bench, this player that I'm considering is of course Anderson against Palace away. With Fulham having the worst defensive fixtures and Hall having very good fixtures, I'm playing for a stronger defence, being more attacking. I am strongly considering that replacement. My backup keeper is Dubravka. I am very thankful for him last game week, but I'm definitely not starting him this game week against Newcastle at home, especially not with Verbruggen having a decent fixture. Esteves flagged in the game right now, but it is the same reason for him being on the bench because he's got that same fixture in that Burnley defence. Then Mark Gay is just an enabler. He doesn't get many minutes, so he's sat last on the bench. Moving on to midfield, Saka's got Villa at home. It's not the best of fixtures, but at least he's got the home advantage. Right now, it is a bit annoying that he's not nailed on pens, but at the same time, we've not really had Salah this season. Bruno Fernandes is injured, so there's not as much pressure on points per million for those attacking players that are expensive. It's more about the point ceiling for Saka, and I do think he's still in the top 5 mids. To add to that, he got a 7-pointer last game week with an assist and 2 bonus points. Foden didn't get anything last game week, but Sunderland away is a very easy fixture right now. Quite a lot of their players have gone to AFCON. They've been hit harder than any other team in the Prem. And it's the same for Cherki, his teammate, obviously, as well, who was a differential player that got me a haul last game week. 13 points, and it did contribute to a massive green arrow. Gordon didn't do anything last game week, but at least he got 90 minutes. And this game week, it's a very easy fixture against Burnley away, and he should be on penalty duties too. Lastly, in midfield is Minte. I benched him last game week and he actually got benched for Brighton against Arsenal. Now, I didn't bench him because I knew he was going to get benched. It's just the fact he had a difficult fixture. I won't be benching him this game week though. I know he's playing away from home, but he faces a very poor defence, which is West Ham. Taking a look at the fixtures from an attacking perspective, Gordon's still got really good fixtures coming up. I know that there is a risk there with expected minutes, and you only want to do it if you're chasing the upside. Another player to consider who is actually more nailed, which is Cunha. He's got 3 very easy fixtures coming up, so he's someone that you could target in midfield as well. Personally, I prefer Gordon because it looks like he's more likely to take penalty duties. Sesko's got a better record than Cunha, which is why I've gone for Gordon, but I do think Cunha's a safer option because of his minutes. If you need to buy a forward, there's not really anyone that stands out that's not Haaland. So Ekatike has been doing really well recently. I'll give him credit for that, but his underlying stats aren't that good. But he's got a couple of easy fixtures coming up. You would have to rotate him. I have 8 playing attackers in game week 21. There's no way you should be starting him against Arsenal away. Thiago's a good option as well. He's got penalty duties. It's more likely to offer good value for money, but it's more about the points. There's not much between those two players. You could go for Mateta, but he's not got as good fixtures, and he's not quite as nailed either. Up front, of course, I've got the best forward, Haaland, and there is about to be a spoiler on Captaincy, so if you've not already watched my best captain video, make sure you go and watch it first because it's really close between the top 2. For those of you who watched my best captain video, you'll know that I've locked in Haaland captain this game week. Next game week's not locked in at all. I am planning on captaining Haaland, but it's against Chelsea at home, so I might not even captain him. Game week 21 and 22, Right now I don't plan on captaining him either. That's because there's two players with much easier fixtures against the worst defence in the league, Burnley. Again, make sure you subscribe, you do not want to miss those videos. Lastly is one of the forwards that are recommended, which is Thiago against Spurs at home. That's okay, I don't mind it too much. Like I said, there's not really any reliable alternative forwards, so I don't mind having him in my team for 7 mil. For the record, he got an assist last game week and he could have had a lot more. I noticed when I watched the match that Sharda was standing in between him and the ball whilst he was in really good goal scoring positions. I know Sharda did well, but he took it off him quite a lot, and that did mean that Thiago didn't get quite as much as he could have done. Now for my free transfers. Right now it doesn't look like I've got any fires to put out, and I have got 3 of them to spend, so I will probably just spend 1 on upgrading my team and carry 2 to next game week. The current plan's to sell Anderson for Lewis Hall because of the fixture difference, and then bench LaCroix, but that's not locked in. My team reveal will be posted on Patreon then Twitter. Make sure you head over there and subscribe.